Number 6, Mastermind number 6. Waiting on a couple of contractors supposed to be coming in late. But a lot of you guys watch this recording the day after. So we're going to get busy. This is our last Mastermind. I say 6 weeks, but we really did like 7 or 8 because we made some had some little meetings before we even got started. But today I wanted to kind of do like a recap, but really kind of go through. I wrote down 7 things that you can kind of focus on to make sure that these manuals become a part of your business and just doesn't sit up on the shelf. Took me 40 years and I'm still changing these manuals. And you invested money and now time through these masterminds. But if you don't implement it daily, it's just expensive paper sitting somewhere. But before we do that, I want to share the screen with got a couple little videos I want us to watch together. Let's see here. Gary B talking about ChatGPT and like Google search. So let's see what he's got to say.
The nickels that come along with advertising, we're going to take the whole funnel. So for the people that are most advanced here, there is ways to do SEO on ChatGPT. And good news, this is why I'm yelling at you for social media. ChatGPT and whoever else wins, whether they win or somebody else, whoever the Google is or the Facebook is of the AI era, I have good news for you. They're going to be very happy to take your money. I'm more worried that we have to build brand.
Yeah, I just don't hear anything.
I want to be at the mercy.
Nobody's in there?
People like ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, I've got an
Doug,
entrepreneurial question. Let me ask you this. I want them to be like, hey, ChatGPT, what would Gary V think about this? I'm out here trying to build brand. Got it. Got it? Brand. Hey, Alexa, send me a pizza. No. Hey, Alexa, send me a Pizza Hut. Send me Domino's. Everybody in here is looking to build brand because if you do not build brand, you will become a commodity.
I've built the biggest business coaching company in the world, 1,000 offices, 84 countries, $2.5 billion in sales. I still don't want to be famous. My company should be a lot more famous.
Hey, Doug, you there? There he is. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I can.
Hey, I seen you while I was playing the video. I'm about to go back in the video. I just wanted to stop it real quick. And people who
I watched it. Yeah, I saw that video already. That's Gary V, right?
Gary V, and he's talking about Chat GPT and people thinking that Google, maybe I don't know, maybe years from now, maybe they're right. Maybe years from now, instead of people using Google for searching out home service businesses and other stuff, maybe they'll use Alexa and ChatGPT and all the other stuff. But he's also saying that ChatGPT and all these other AI search things are going to be doing just like Google did. And it's like, hey, pay us to run ads. So when someone searches for a roofer, we'll put you in front of them. So nothing's really going to change. It's just the only thing that's going to change is who we give our freaking money to. But what he said in the video is, he's always been working on brand. And I've been screaming that. I sent that text out today with a screenshot of someone called the office today. And somebody, I don't know if it was Natalie or Danielle that answered the phone, but the lady's like, hey, I seen you guys' YouTube video and blah, blah, blah. And that's, it just happens more and more, the more content you put out there. So he was saying, is you don't want the people to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I need find me a hardwood floor company. You want everybody to already know you and say, hey, go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, can you pull up Chattanooga wood floors? Can you pull up Grace hardwood floor? Can you pull up only wood floors? You want them to know you by name already. The event that he is at is, I guess, some business guy that I've never heard of, but he's paid Gary the money to come out there. And now Gary is getting ready to roast him because the guy's saying he doesn't want to be famous. He doesn't want to do the videos. And so Gary just tells him the truth. I want you guys to see a little bit more of that.
Than it is. The people we help.
I'm the most private public person on earth. I don't share my life. I'm exactly like you. I have no interest in people being in my life. My family is sacred. My personal life is sacred. I put out content about business. That's number one. Number two, you still don't even have to do that. You can make your business famous. To your point, you still don't even have to become the face or famous, but you need your business to do a much better job in being a brand and build a brand. Nobody knows who Johnny Coca-Cola is. Coca-Cola markets. You don't know the IBM CEO or founder.
Yeah.
You know IBM, right? You don't know, Salesforce. Mark Benioff is pretty known. Way more people know Salesforce than know Mark. So you just need to make the business market data. Your business needs to put out 20 to 30 pieces of content a day throughout social. You don't have to. And you can do occasional stuff. The clip from this can be clipped and used.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think there's ways to do it. Do you see?
I think from a logical standpoint, I can get all that. But being a little more esoteric at heart, I know that there's a way that if I don't want to do it, it doesn't matter how much content I put out. If in my heart, I don't want that to boom, it's not going to boom.
Brother, I don't like anything. I hate working out and eating well. I hate it. But I do it because it's right.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about your feelings, brother. I care about your business. You don't have to do it. You have to hire someone to do it.
All right. You've all heard the advice.
Makes sense, right?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. And
I don't know if
it's also a bit of the Australian in me. Like I watch, other guys, I won't name them, but I'm not the guy that stands up there going, look at me in my freaking jet. Dude, if you're that rich, you shouldn't be showing photos in your private jet.
By the way, I'm that rich and there's zero photos of me in a private jet. I'm with you. I'm not a douchebag either.
But some of them are. It kills me.
At the highest levels.
If I do any of that, all my Australian buddies call me up. What was that shit?
Why on earth would you do that?
I don't know. Some days I read Gary V books and it tells me to just keep putting out content.
Yes, it does. You're exactly right. But it doesn't put out douchebag content. Again, if you're really looking at how I do it, I do none of that.
Yeah.
I don't even have a piece of jewelry on. I think the shirt's like $9. Like, that's, to your point, some people sell the lifestyle, other people live it. I'm a confusion to a lot of people. Thank you.
Hey, man, when he said he hates everything, it reminded me of me and you, Doug.
Oh, absolutely. That's my Jersey boy right there, man.
Yeah, man. He's like, I hate everything, and the same thing, is nobody wants to, I guess some people love working out, but man, there's just some things that you have to freaking do. And when I seen that a couple of weeks ago, it stuck with me because I'm always yelling, put out content, make videos every day. And a lot of contractors just don't want to. And I get it. A lot of, they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be this, whatever. And so I like what Gary was saying is don't be on the fucking video then. Make your company, make the videos where even if you don't want to talk behind it, you can make the video and then you can have someone narrate behind it. But your business should always be putting the content out every day. I'm going to show another video with this dude, Dimitri, but the guy went over Sunday's meeting. My daughter and her partner were talking about how to grow the business because everything's slow right now. We're running ads here, and there's a lot of things that we want to be doing. But I said I've told you guys over for the last 2 years, and you still haven't done it. So I don't know I can't make you do it. And she goes, what? When they were like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean we're doing? I said, no. I said, you're doing some of it. I said, do fucking all of it. I said, I've told you guys, you need to belong to Chamber of Commerce. You need to be going to at least 2 networking events every month, whether it's what is RMI or whatever. I need
BNI or some shit. BNI.
And there's other groups that other people start. I said, fucking start your own and invite 30 other business contractors. I said, you need to be doing that. Maybe go to a Toastmasters. I said, you need to be calling up every day. I said, go through the script. I said, call up at least. 10 is the minimum, but call up 10 decorators every day, and then send them a link to the website. Call up 10 interior designers, send them to the website. Call up, and start going through the insurance guys. I don't like insurance work, but if you weed out enough of them, you can make decent money. Call up the contractors. I hate working for fucking contractors, but if you go through 100 of them, you can probably find 3 or 4 that you don't mind working for once they learn your system and they learn that you're, what you can and can't do. Another thing we've been doing right now is, because things are slow and we're trying to close every job we can, but to capitalize on the leads, is we raised our prices probably 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, but we still have our, because our proposals are already pre-printed. And they're like, what are we gonna do? Burn these? I said, no. I said, we're gonna use them. She goes, well, I'm sitting here, I'm on the phone telling everybody that I think we went from $6.75 a square foot to $7.25 a square foot for natural. I think we just went up like 50 cents. I said, yeah. I said, that's fine. I said, but until we run out of this paperwork, when we show up at the proposals right now, or show up at the consultations to give estimates, they've already heard the number $7.25 a square foot for natural. So nothing changes until the guy goes to give them that handwritten proposal. And it says, hey, Doug, I know when you were speaking with Danielle or you were speaking with Natalie over the phone, they told you it's $7.25 a square foot for natural. They told you, oh, yeah. It's like, look, man, I'm going to give you our old prices. It's already and they see that and they're like, oh shit, man, thank you. And so they get the $6.75 a square foot. So it helps close the job a little bit easier. Immediately they're already getting something. We're not losing anything. We're just not charging what we want to be charging. But that'll be 2 months from now when we run out of these pre-printed proposals. Hopefully the economy will be a little bit better and we'll reprint them with the new price numbers. But right now, that's just one more thing that we're doing, trying to do everything. Before we get into today's manual, I want to share one more video. It's with this roofing dude, Dimitri, and he's talking about I think he's going through the business business plans, like setting your business plan. But the number one thing is what I've been screaming forever, and it's always the reception. It's always the office lady. So when I heard him bring it up, I was like, shit, I want to share that with these guys and make them listen to it again. And they hear it from somebody besides me. And I'm going to be interviewing this guy Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that.
Number one. What doesn't work, number one, is owner-operator model. You will crash and burn in 2024 if you're going to try to do it all by yourself. I still talk on a regular basis to contractors who don't have receptionists. If that's you, you have to change your ways. We had a claim just last week at directory.com. Very nice guy, not going to mention the name. Good guy. He got a directory lead. He did the work. Homeowner complained. Doesn't look like it's actually his fault. She had to call another roofer because, well, she sent us pictures and videos. Her roof leaked through the skylight. We see the damage. We see the leak. We see the spots. She had the computer. She works from home. Flooded her computer. She wants directory.com to reimburse her for that computer because it, from a roofing job. Here's the problem. That roofer went on vacation for 1 week. That's why he couldn't come. I'm telling you this right now. If that's you, get out of the business right now. Amount of liability you're taking in the roofing business, if you cannot be there, if you don't have a repairman who's going to take care of your repairs, of your late night calls. Listen, guys, I've been in this business for 7 years. I remember installing the roof during the day and then at night getting a call because it rained and we put a tarp, we didn't finish and it leaked. Sometimes you have to go to the job site at 10 o'clock. Imagine if you don't have employees, if you don't have receptionists, if you don't have repair techs who can help you in a tough situation. If you only rely on a sub, if you're the paper contractor, you will crash and burn. Your reputation will stink. Like, you will not be able to sustain. Business is too competitive these days. And what worked before, people don't forgive you anymore those things. They're going to take advantage of you. Every time they call you, you don't pick up, you're ruining your reputation. You will get that BBB complaint. You will get 1-star review. Sooner or later, you will become 2-3-star contractor. It happens too fast. Owners, operators going to have and do have one of the worst reputation in the business because word spreads around fast. I hate to say it, but we have too many Karens who don't give you second chances no more. Now, it has nothing to do with your work. It has nothing to do with your intentions. It's just simply impossible to juggle everything that's happening in the roofing business, wear all the hats, and be successful. You will fail. I give.
So, and it's just like I just want people to hear it from other people besides me. I'm telling you, I've been yelling it forever. My first hire would be the office employee, someone answering the phone, weeding out people so I don't have to waste time with them. I mean, on and on and on. It's crazy, and that's like, and then that's why it goes back to the manuals. Is anytime we're hiring someone, we need to be able to train them. We need to be able to use the manuals to train them. They need to be able to use the manuals. And I'm going to interview Dimitri Wednesday morning, and then I'll post it hopefully Wednesday afternoon on YouTube, and I'll send out the links. But I've been following his content for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now. He's from Russia, came over here, like everybody else. The foreigners, they come over here and work their ass off. They don't look for the excuses. They look to, and he got into construction because that was the easiest way to make money. He didn't mind working hard. And I hope to remember, I want to ask him because his first construction job, he was a flooring dude doing hardwood floor and tile and all kind of other flooring. And the dude went belly up, went bankrupt. And he says if the guy didn't go bankrupt, he'd probably still be doing it. And when he, so when that guy went belly up, he started working for himself, run some Craigslist ads. And he was like most people, like if he's getting paid, say $1 a foot from the company he's working for, he can run an ad and charge the homeowner $1.50, and he thinks he's making $1 million. And I've seen other videos where he says, he just went in and he was like, shit, I'll work till midnight. I'll make this money because he didn't mind working hard. And then, for whatever reason, he had the business smart, the marketing smarts, and he started doing the videos and the content, grew his roof. And I don't know when he switched from flooring and went into roofing. And most of these guys go into roofing and HVAC because it's a higher profit margin. So I'll ask him about that Wednesday. But you've got to put all of this shit into practice and start running your business like a business, even if you're the only person. I still remember when it was just effing me. I didn't even have a helper. Man, golly. And I look back now and just cringe at it. It's just, God damn, you work so freaking hard doing everything. I mean, running the sander, you hit it with the 36 to 60, then you run the edger and hope you can hit it with just the 60, putty everything, run the 100, run the edger 100, scrape the corners real quick, and then start buffing. And man, that's when you learn to cut as many corners as you can and do an okay job and hope you get paid. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what made. I say I hate it now, but I look back and I think, well, shit, that may be how I got good at putting all the systems together to where we could do it really freaking quick and get away.
Yeah, efficiently.
I mean, because man, when you've run the sander to 36 and to 60, and it's freaking 4 p.m, and you can't leave until you at least hit it with the 60 on the edger. So when you come back the next day, you can start it with the 100, and so you get now there at 6 o'clock, and because it's like, man, you just shit. I don't know. It's like thank God I was young because I wouldn't or couldn't do it now. I remember the days when shit. I mean, years ago I would do everything. And when, not everything, but I'd hire a couple of guys. And when, you can bring Charlie on. What's up, Big Charlie?
What's up, fellas?
You, man. I'm just crying about when I was in the business doing everything by myself as a kid, thank God I was a kid because I could do it. But even like when times would get slow, and I'd have one or two decent employees, but times would, when things got slow, I needed all the freaking money. And so I would tell them we didn't have work, and I'd go back to doing everything all by my freaking self because I needed to keep all the money. That didn't happen too many times because even after doing one or two jobs like that, you realize that shit, I didn't really make any extra money. All I did was wear my body out and wear myself out and couldn't do it. So that only happened a few times, but I would get into the mode of being like the guys who brought me into the industry. And then meaning they would use me for all the hard shit. And then when it was just one or two coats left over and they didn't need a guy, my ass would be sitting at home and they'd be doing the last couple of coats, which is the easy shit. So they could keep, that much more money. And even then I would do that a couple of times, but then even then you realize all you're doing is pissing off the guys that work for you to where they're going to go find another job. And I mean, it just, even when you're doing the last coat, you need to buff it with the 320, hand sand the edges, the corners, vacuum it really good, tack it a couple of times. If you're going to do it right, man, you don't really, you're just not really saving any money. You're not, it's just because two guys doing it can get it done in 2-3 hours, to where if you're trying to do it right and do it by yourself, it's going to take you freaking 6 hours. Even once you start cutting it, when you're coating the floor, you're cutting in the edges, running the T-bar back and forth or rolling it. And when these guys roll it, I don't know if they cut in the edges or not. I just know we cut in the edges. So you're cutting in the edges, putting everything down, pouring your line out, running back and forth with the T-bar, cutting in the edges, pouring the line out, running back to where you end up screwing up the job. It just wasn't worth it. So it's you need to do everything that we're talking about doing. And even if it takes 10 years, 15, it doesn't matter. It really only takes 3 to 5 years if you do everything consistent. The problem is most guys will do it for 3 months and then stop with the videos, stop with the phone calls, stop with the marketing, stop with the everything. Go back. It's like and then a year goes by or 6 months go by and they're not busy anymore. They're not doing shit. That's why he's yelling out everybody Sunday. The business meeting was me just talking shit. Like, no. You're not a member of 2 Chamber of Commerce. You're not a member of 2 networking groups like BMI. You're not calling up the interior designers. You're not calling up the decorators. You're not calling up it's like, I could go on and on. It's like, so F you. Like, until you're doing that over and over again, and then they're like, well, what do we do when we go to the chamber meeting? I said, just go to the fucking meeting. Don't worry about what you're going to do when you go there. Just go. I said, go and meet people. I said, you're going to meet other you're going to meet other business owners who are going to cry and bitch just like you're crying and bitching right now. So go and be a part of that pity party and then find out what they're doing and see it. I said, when you do go, all you're really going to find out is most of the people are there trying to sell you a pen with your business name on it or sell you a coffee cup with your, like, all the marketing bullshit. They're all marketers at fucking Chamber of Commerce. And just tell them, like, no, man, we got that. We do all our own marketing. Here's our website. We do our own website. We do, we're not looking for that. I said, just go there just to listen to everybody else cry, to know that shit, I ain't as bad off as I thought I was. I said, but then they'll probably have a speaker like I used to do. Listen to that girl or man or whatever. I said, but don't go there looking for work. I said, all it does is make you look desperate. Just go there, show up. When people cry about shit, have an answer for them. I said, pretty soon they'll start recognizing you as the leader of the fucking Chamber of Commerce. Don't go there and cry like they're crying. Show up and just be the answer.
Talk about good things.
Yeah, and then they'll remember you later on when the contractor asks, "Hey man, don't you know a floor guy?" It's like, "Oh shit, yeah." The dudes that go to Chamber of Commerce, they know that you don't need to work. Don't let them, even if you need to work, don't let them know you need to work.
No, tell them you're busy.
Always. I'm always like, I don't know. Maybe I can. And do that at all the networking events. Start your own networking event. But yeah, it's just you've got to have the wheel spinning. You got to have something. You got to have a whole bunch of irons in the pot, or whatever that saying is. Charlie's older than me. He knows those sayings.
That's all the irons in the fire.
Irons in the fire. See, I knew about
irons in the fire. I got a million of them.
I know his old ass, but it's there. But this is the start of it. Rather than that, how you guys been doing? Doug, how you guys been doing?
Well, I want to get another crew because we've been getting a lot of. So the whole month of what was it, April? The whole month of April was like so dry, no calls or anything. So, and then the ones like that I did call back, they were like, we were too pricey, and so
Yeah.
then he's finally booked again, like booked, and now I'm getting calls every day, but we don't
Hey,
have like
is it from
time.
where's the calls coming from? From the Google
So a
thing?
lot of the calls, a lot of the
No, just regular Google.
yeah,
Google
just regular, just
Yeah, Google
regular
Business
Google.
is
A lot of the people, a lot of the people are telling me that they're just typing in like floors near me or hardwood floor, and then we're just popping up. That's what like almost everyone that's called told me.
Yeah, because I
But
think
Make
my
sure to
dad said,
put near me in your keywords.
yeah. No, I got the shoot.
Yeah.
I got Doug and them. I keep Doug and them at the almost the they're number 1 or number 2 in Chattanooga when it comes to
There you
Google.
go.
But and I'm glad to hear you say that because man, like the last couple of weeks, the phones have been like stagnant as hell, like never before. But then like today, I think they got more calls today than they have in the last 2 weeks combined. And look, and I said, and so I think I need to have another meeting because I want to say, no, son of a bitches, don't be. I said everything I told you yesterday, Sunday, none of that changes because Monday the phone started ringing again. It's your ass to those meetings. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, I mean, and that's a part of it. It's like, and that's like, even my wife tried to say something because she heard me, getting on everybody, and she knows the manuals, but she said, we need one sheet in the manual. And I was like, stop you right there. I said, go to the office manager manual, go all the way to the last page, and you'll see that one sheet that shows what the office manager should be doing every day. Kind of like a little checklist. It's like every day be hitting the Google, every day make sure the Instagram is up, the TikTok video is up, all of it. And so she couldn't say anything. And I was like, thank God. I mean, because she looks for ways to try to not have, to baby my daughter or the partner. And I'm like, I said, you ain't helping them. I said, when we're dead and gone, who the hell's going to baby them? I said, let them go through the pain. Like, I don't know. You just got to let them go through. They've got to do it. They got to learn it. It's a part of it. What's been up with you, Big Charlie?
Work.
Yeah.
I'm so busy. I've sent Gabe, I bet 20 jobs the last 2 weeks.
Dude, you know what? I should just pack up and move to friggin' Texas and take that work on my own.
told you.
I have bumpers I can rent you.
I'm telling you, man. And you better make sure he's
What
paying
part
you.
of
Like
Texas you in, Charlie? I'm coming.
he's in Dallas.
Come
I
on.
told you that. I told you. Dallas
Yeah.
is not that far from Houston.
It's your
It's
It's like
not.
2 hours and 4
Dallas is a
hours.
lot
It's
closer than Houston,
3.5 hours. Houston is.
Yeah.
See?
But no, the calls have never stopped. It's weekends are crazy. I'll get about 40 calls over the weekend, or not just calls, but it's mainly messages through where people have found me on Google. I've got 3 jobs this month from YouTube.
Yeah.
But I only take on these bigger ones. I'm sending everything else to Gabe.
Yeah, and hopefully he's following through with the contract you guys have.
He
and
is.
paying him
Yeah,
up.
he's doing his fair share. Very
Yeah.
much so. He drops off money. I tell him he wants to do it like once a week. It's like I trust you, just don't die on me, and he'll drop it off about once a month.
Yeah, but like it's funny you say that whole weekend stuff because Ryan got a couple of phone calls on Sunday and spent some time with him because I'm reading through the transcripts and stuff, and I sent him a text message going, "Good man, we're never off for work," and he's laughing, going, "Man, never." Matter of fact, right now he's doing color samples for some lady, and he's hoping to get finished early enough to get on here. And then, hey, Misty, I know you guys, today is your first day with the Google guarantee.
Yes.
See what it's at.
And so I was telling Yuli is to just track everything at least for a month. Most marketing people want to say, put a plan into action and let it run for 3 months to 6 months. And I guess if you have the money to burn and waste, that's okay. But I like to track it almost daily and weekly and definitely over a month, because I'm still not sure if Google guarantee, I wouldn't like we do Google ads, pay per click.
Right.
And I don't know if that's better or worse. And Doug, do you still have your Google guaranteed on?
No, I paused it.
You just paused it, huh? Yeah. And I know during the middle of the summer, before the end of the summer, once you finish up all the screening codes with the gymnasiums and stuff, I really want us to get the Google ads just turned on and leave them on and just go up and down with the bid strategy, whether it's 25 a day, 20 a day, or 200 a day, whatever it is. I think we're burning through a shitload of money right now and raising it up until things speed back up. And like I said, 2 weeks went and I'm like, God damn, all this money for nothing. And then bam, they couldn't answer the phone. We needed 3 receptionists a day.
How many in-house guys you have, Brian?
Working or answering the phone?
Working.
Two answering the phone. And right now in-house, 2 crews, 3, 4, like almost 6 guys, usually 5 full-time, and then 2, I don't know, I could have more, but two subs that I try to wish I keep busy. And then I've had a lot of people reach out to me over the last month and a half, 2 months going, do you have anything? Do you have anything? Do you have anything? And I'm like, man, not for you. I said, no. I said, man, we're barely keeping the in-house crews busy. And that's the goal, is to keep those dudes busy.
Brian, on your Google page, do you have your daughter doing the things you taught me on Google, the posting the pictures each day?
Yeah. And that's in the office manager, that little checklist. That's one of them, is they've got to be doing that. And that was another thing that we went over yesterday when I was reaming their asses out. When I said, look, man, every day, I said, the pictures, everything is like, and my wife was like, well, you're going to run out of questions to answer. And I'm like, you ain't ever going to run out of questions to answer. I said, you guys are sounding like the damn contractors I talk to every week. I said, you ain't ever going to run out of questions to answer. Never going. You just ain't going to answer. You ain't going to run out of the questions. I said, matter of fact, if you do, just start answering them again. And they're like, well, do we do the articles? I said, you do it all. I said, answer the questions with a short comment on Google Business. Do the whole long answer with a blog. We can put the blogs on the website, even though we don't right now, but we can. I said, and every answer should have a video that goes along with it. I said, and if it's a long answer, you just link it. You link in your Google Business profile. You just put a link back. From you answer it short, and then just put for more information, a link back to the video. I said, and I said, if you guys don't want to do the video, like Gary, we just watched Gary B. But they don't mind doing the videos. But I keep telling them, I said, it can't be me making these videos. I said, I've got 1,000 videos on YouTube right now for this company. It doesn't need to be me. I said, it needs to be both of you guys and even other people in the company.
Something I noticed is in the, you do the updates. So I do a photo there, little explanation. But then I've noticed that in the photo section for 3 years now, all I'd been doing was photos. I've started adding a few videos in there, and it's doubled my traffic. People are really wanting to see the videos more.
Exactly. I like to make it 50 seconds or less. If they won't let you do over a minute, so I don't even.
These are all shorts. I try to keep everything within 20 seconds, like I do my TikTok. Yep. And it is literally doubled within the last 2 weeks. The people that are actually singing now, whether they're calling me or not, I don't know, or if they're just watching the videos. But it's just on Google.
On the Google Business profile. Yeah, Google Business profile.
Okay. All right, in your updates, like your daily updates.
You can do an update if you do. How long have you guys been doing that?
Me or them?
My business.
If you'll do 2 a day for a while, that'll really. It's one of the things Brian had helped me with was to do 2 a day. Now I just do 1, and I got lazy. I was on vacation. I only did 1 over a 5-day period, but my numbers are still up 400 for a week. That 1 week.
It's funny you say that, 2 a day, and now I just do 1, and because Jim Rohn used to say, like, do 2 a day. He goes, or do 1 a day. Just half broke is okay.
But do you, Misty, do your videos in the picture section? If you've got any, and if you don't have full ones, just chop up, if you've got a 1 minute video, chop it up into 10 to 15 minute segments or 10 to 15 second segments.
Yeah.
But that's what's really driven. What's that?
Yeah. I just said, I think I've added a few video clips in there before. I've added, links to blog posts and things like that, or just to drive traffic. And I think Uli in the past, probably since we started working with Brian, he's been kind of doing 2 or 3 kind of like, update photographs for he's working on Google My Business a day. So, and
it helps. He's the one that convinced me. I used to be one of those cavemen that said, I get all my business from word of mouth. And once he got me onto Google, I started at number 287 and he had me to number 10 within, I think it was like 45 days or so. And then after that, I went to number 1 about another month after that. But I followed everything he said. And it really, really took off. And that's when I started. He basically quadrupled my business.
Well, the problem is it's free.
Right.
Yeah. Is your keyword, are you marketing in Dallas? In Dallas?
If you're going to do keywords, you have to do it on a computer. You can't do it. Can't do it on your phone. But I would back then when I was doing what he was telling me to do, I was doing it all on a computer. Now I do it on the phone. I don't add any of the keywords in.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about keywords on the photos. You actually name them with those keywords.
Oh yeah. Right. No. That's what I was talking about. When you're saying you're at number 1, that's Google My Business number 1 in your area, in your local.
In my area, within about whatever it is, about 30, 35 miles.
Yeah.
But that's as far as I want to go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, there's the backlinks and the citations and the map stacking. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do behind the scenes that I just pay guys to do.
You know how cheap I am. I did it myself.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Alan, turn the TV down in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I muted him. Yeah, maybe.
I'm up.
All right, brother. How you doing? I can hear the TV in the background. Hey, yeah. So Misty, what he was saying, like, so not only just the update, but when you go to Google Business Profile, like instead of uploading a photo, because there's photos and then there's updates, but you can just click photos, and then and that's where he adds the videos, right, Charles?
Oh.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't do a video on updates.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling my daughter and them yesterday was like, and I tell everybody, I tell them guys, I said, I'm gonna make you guys mandatory that you guys watch all my freaking videos like everybody else. I said, he's like, you should be posting videos of all the products that we use and explaining that. That's just good stuff. All the stupid little tools, whether it's the scraper or how we hand sand the edges or this. I mean, you just can't run out of content to post on YouTube, Google, everywhere. Just posting it everywhere. And like the video, if you guys had just joined us, go back when I send out the link later on tomorrow. Go back and watch the beginning of it so you can see the YouTube video that I made everybody watch of Gary Vee talking about posting content. And if you don't want to be the face of it, like the guy he's talking to, is like, you don't have to be, but your company needs to be posting content. It's like nobody knows Robert Coca-Cola. They just know Coca-Cola. They know the company. And a lot of that was because, the big question is right now, Google dominates when it comes to search. Any homeowner wants any service or anything, pizza, dance studios, roofer, flooring, painter, they all go to Google and search, hardwood floor guy near me, painter near me, dance lessons near me, whatever. And a lot of people keep speculating, when is AI, no matter which one it is, whether it's Chat or Grok or there's I don't know, there's probably 12 in the running. Chat definitely has the lead, but when and Alexa, like, and so when are they going to go, Alexa, find a hardwood floor company near me? Chat GPT, find a hardwood floor company near me, find a painter near me. And
Alexa does that.
Yeah, and that's what Gary Vee is saying is like, look, you need to be posting content. You need to build that brand so that people aren't going. So when they go to Alexa, instead of saying, Alexa, find a hardwood floor maintenance guy near me, they're going, Alexa, find Renaissance hardwood floor. Alexa, find Grade's hardwood floor. Alexa, find Chattanooga wood floor. Like, so
Yep.
that you want it on your, you want to be on that person's mind when they go to ChatGPT or Alexa. And Gary V is speculating, and all of us in the marketing community is speculating the same. We all know it all comes down to money. If anyone ever does beat out Google, that just means we'll be paying ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be running. You'll be paying them for the ads, or you'll be paying Alexa for the ads, or you'll be paying Grok for the ads, or whatever it is.
I mean, I believe they just did something, and it either made it to the House or somewhere that Google, the monopoly that they have on the ads. So
yeah,
they
they're
might be trying to break that up.
They're trying to break it up, and I don't know if they can, because you can't pass a bill to make homeowners not use Google search. So I don't know what they're going to be able to do. I don't know. Yeah, but we're all watching it to see. And that's what I'm saying is you can boost a TikTok post, freaking you can boost the Instagram, you can boost or run the Facebook ads. I wish Ryan was here, because Ryan just paid somebody to run some Facebook ads for him. And I was like, dude, we could have ran them for you. I ain't a fan of it. I mean, but shit, if you're going to give somebody money, give it to me. And he goes, man, I forgot you did that. I said, well, how many leads did you get? He said, we didn't get one effing call. And I started laughing. I was like, I said, you're probably better off, because you got to go through 20. You got to go through 20 phone calls just to get one decent Facebook call. Look, and I say all of that, and I'm getting ready to spend about $2,000 on Facebook ads for Only Wood Floors, just so I can try out the AI shit, right? And I don't know. We're building all the AI. I don't know if I sent it to Misty and that. Doug, did you ever call my AI and yell at him?
Yeah, I did.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's good.
I think it's good. Shit, how much does it cost?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm just building it out. I'm just building it out right now. And my guy is talking, and I'm going back and forth with my developer. And I'm like, no, man. I said, he goes, what's wrong, man? You don't like it? I'm like, dude, I love it. I said, honestly, I think you did. I said, the AI that we have created is not because it's ours. And so I'm not going to say it's my favorite because it's ours, but because I sent him my phone script, right? I said, here's the phone script that we use. Here's all this, everything. So I sent it all, put it all in together, and then we can, and it grows. And the more you talk to it, it gets better and better. He goes, well, man, what's the problem? I said, dude, I'm telling you, I said, I'm only doing this because I don't want to be the caveman, like Charlie just said. I don't want to be the dude holding the yellow pages going, the internet will never be anything. I said, right now, I'm still telling you that leads are too hard to come by. If I can help a contractor get his phone ringing, I want him to answer the damn phone. I want him to hire a receptionist to answer the phone. Like the other video that we just watched. If you go back and watch the beginning of this, it was Dimitri, the roofing guy, Roofing Insights, saying you need to hire a receptionist. But I'm going to run the ads because he's going, yeah, we can run it. And I know you don't like Facebook leads because it takes so many of them, but we can get the AI doing this. And you'll see ads if you're on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok. If you're on any of those platforms for any amount of time, you'll see dumbasses going, hey, we can get you 100 qualified leads every week and this and that and that. And they're all using kind of the same software. Because there's only a handful of us out here. We all use the same software. I just don't, and they're just trying to get as much money up front, and then a month, 2 months go by when you're pissed off at them. You just realize you wasted $3,000, and now you're mad at marketing people. And that's what I told the guys. Like I said, we ain't ever going to do that, brother. I said, man, it's like the one thing I am is upfront with is like, I'm not going to suggest you guys use anything that I haven't used. And that's why I'm going to spend $2,000 or $3,000 on all these ads and let the AI answer and see if it works, man. Because I don't know. I did tell him, and I've told a lot of people, I know Doug's heard me say it, is like some of the contractors that I work with and like, shit, they're probably better off letting the AI answer the phone than having themselves answering the phone. And if they're not going to be answering the phone because they're about the machines or they're up on the roof working or painting or whatever, somebody should be answering the phone. I'm not, again, hire an office manager. That's I mean, I don't know. I've got 100 videos saying hire an office manager before you hire a helper. Hire someone to answer the phone. And Doug's heard me say it. I keep saying I wish I could. I wish there was some way for me to get the price reasonable, so that my girls in the office could answer the phone for another 10 companies, 20 companies. I don't know. But it's just everything costs freaking money, man. It's like you got to pay somebody for something. Either you're doing it or you're paying someone to doing it. And
you know, our tracking phone is ringing like off the hook, but it's all these like solicitors, all this like just stuff, and they'll hang up, and I'm like, what? I mean, you know, that's not what I need, but obviously it tells me that there's information getting out there. You know what I mean?
You're showing up in front of somebody, and they're
you got two emails from marketers who have like, you know, screencast our website and pointing out all these things here and there and this and that, and you know, like, we can help you and generate this, you know, so many more leads in your inbox. Wouldn't that be, you know, the bells and the whistles and the flowers and everything? And I'm just like, well, I mean, yeah, we're getting out there, but not in front of the right people.
No,
ask them if they need their floors done.
Yeah. Because
most of them are out of state, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I use a call center. Like I have a bunch of different phone numbers for other, you know, myself and for other contractors and everything, just so we can track where the numbers are coming from. And then
we have one too.
Yeah. And with that, I could eliminate 90% of those calls by making them, you know, like robotics, you know, click here, if you click number 1 or number 2, just to show you're not a robot, all this other shit. And we've thought about it. And I do like I always do. I ask my effing wife, and she's like, no, don't put that there, because when I hear that, I just hang up.
Me too.
And I do too. I'm like, shit. I was hoping you would say do it, because I hate the robot calls. I hate the marketing calls. I hate the and it's like, and I guess it's just a part of doing business. I don't know how to. I don't know if there's a workaround.
I think I can smell it when the phone rings. I'm like, oh yeah, no, you know, look at the, you know, where it's coming from. I'm like, all right. And so now my trick is I'll actually, before I was like, I'm gonna answer them. Now I answer it and I don't even say anything. And nobody's like, hello, oh, hello, is anybody there? You know, so I know it's like, and then inevitably they hang up. I just block the call.
Yeah. I wish there was a way around it. It's like, and I guess it's just a freaking part of doing business, because man, it's annoying as hell. That's why I'm not a fan of door knocking as a marketing. And people do it and it works for them. God bless them. I can't stand having someone knock on my door at 6 p.m. when I'm sitting there trying to eat dinner or relax because I've been at work or been on the computer. It's just the worst time in the world. But they do it. They make, you know, they do it because it works. It's just a numbers game, and it's just I just don't like it. I'm like Gary Vee. I'm like, man, be everywhere to where people search you out. Don't be the one going out searching for stuff.
Right. Hey guys, I've got to scoot. Happy trails.
All right, my brother.
Take it easy, Charlie.
The grandkids are coming over for Papa's Tacos or for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that's right. It is Cinco.
I'm on my way, Charlie.
Yeah, Mexico. Yeah, exactly. We're all coming over.
All right. I've got plenty.
So, all right, guys, I'm going to get into this.
See you guys.
Bye.
Hey, Brian, can you contact me directly?
Who said that?
Alan.
I can after this or tomorrow or something.
Tomorrow would be better, honestly.
Right.
I also have the grandkids coming over tonight.
Good man. Good man, Alan.
Alan,
right.
how are you, sir?
Doug, I'm good, and I'm going to be 69 and I'm still doing this shit. I can't fucking believe it. Sorry, Misty. I didn't mean to say
See, but the problem with you, Alan, you're doing it in New York. That's the worst place to do it.
There's some people
you may be right, Doug.
How's my boy Max, though, man?
Max is doing well. Thank you for asking.
All right, tell him I said call me.
I will, Doug.
Perfect.
Take it easy, Alan.
Hey, Doug, I'm going to run through these. I wrote down 7 things how you to make sure that you use the manuals. I'm going to kind of go through them quickly. It's already like 3:50, but number 1 is just make them mandatory for the team. Make it mandatory reading for the team. even though the team may just be yourself, even you guys are watching this video a week from now, it doesn't matter when, even if it's just you right now, read these manuals every day. Make it mandatory. If it's a habit for you, it'll be a habit for the people that work for you. Go over the, and here's an example, is go over the phone script, like maybe every Monday, just go over that phone script with your team. Hopefully it's you and the office manager. That's the first person you hired, whoever it is, but go over it so many times that it just becomes second nature. Always keep that checklist in front of you, even though you think you know the phone script by heart. Keep that checklist in front of you. And I say checklist because number 2 is use the checklist daily. Like when my wife was bringing it up yesterday, I'm like, look, man, we have an office. Go to the office manager manual. Go to almost the last page. And there's a checklist that they just a real quick list of everything they know they need to be doing. But go over the checklist for the project manager. Go over it with them 3 days before the job starts. All of that stuff. But you have to make it a habit for yourself in order for it to become a habit for everybody that works with you. Because like every time that you're talking with them, it's like, hey man, did you go over the checklist? Hey, did you do this? Did you? And I tell you, like, I think every one of you guys, it's not in the manual, but I think all of you guys have that daily activity sheet that my guys have to use. That's mandatory. I mean, let a day go by that the project manager don't fill out that checklist, and I get wind of it. I am pissed because there's just no reason not to tell me how many hours, how many material. I mean, I wish I had it in front of me. But there's because you have it, right, Doug? And
yes,
I know Misty and Yuli use it, but that for sure. I mean, it's not in that part's not in the manual because it's just, it needs to be done. But all of that stuff, make it like that. Number 3, start with like one SOP per week. Don't try to implement all of it. That's the one problem, and the whole reason is like, one, it's taken me 40 years to put together this shit, and I still change it. Not daily like I used to, but I change it, I don't know, every 3-4 months we're adding something to it. And you guys invested time, which is more important than money, but you invested the money. So if you don't implement these and make them a part of your business to grow the business, all you have is expensive paper somewhere, either on the shelf or in the office or something. But start with, but don't, when you look at it, you can go, oh my God, and you get overwhelmed. So don't do that, but just take like one SOP and implement it. Pick one section every week and go through it. Maybe a month goes by, go back through it, go through another one, and just keep doing it over and over again. Number 4, make the manuals the final say. And I think we just, Oscar from Cardinal Flooring's not here, but that really hit home with him. Like when he was down at National Wood Flooring Association down in Charlotte, and a couple of the guys were doing some stuff and they're sending pictures, and he's like, oh my God, you're screwing shit up. It's like, yeah, man, that's why the manuals are important. If it's in the manual, it's like, make the manual the final say. I always tell the guys, like, and you've heard me say it before, it's like they'll call me up and ask questions, not so much anymore. The questions are different, but before they would call up and say, hey, what about this? And I'm like, dude, it's in the manual. Go to the manual. Okay. And I'd wait and I'd text them or call back. Hey, did you find it? Yeah. No, you were right. Okay. Yeah. We know what to do. I'm like, dude, it's like, use it like that, because you can't get into answering every question all the time. They're going to always rely on you. And the questions that they ask you, the answers should be in the manuals, and they normally are. But make the and we talked about this, I think, last week when we were talking about hiring employees, and you try to hire these guys who have the experience. They want to do it their way, not your way. And that's why another way is make the manuals the final say. It's like, look, man, if it's not in the manual, we don't do it that way. And if you can show me a better way that makes me more profit, and that's what I mean by when I say a better way, that's what I mean. If it makes me more profit in a short amount of time, if you can show me that, I'll change the manual and put your system in there, and then we'll do it that way. Number 5, track the performances with the systems. You guys should be tracking everything, the callbacks, the jobs, all of those sheets of paper at the end of the jobs. And I guess somewhere in the manual, maybe it should be a tear out. Maybe I should make that. I was going to ask you, before we do number 6 and number 7, And since you guys have been going through these things the last 7-8 weeks, is there something that's not in the manuals that I should put in there? And I say that because I've just brought up that daily activity sheet's not in there. I've sent everybody the post, the pre-project plan and the post-project plan. Remember those, Doug?
I still have them, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe
I mean, that should definitely be a part of it. Like, I didn't say anything because you already gave all of that to me.
Yeah. But I still, especially in the beginning, and I hate to say in the beginning because I don't want you to ever really get away from that. But when you have that post and that pre-project sheet and the post-project sheet, so when you're saying pre-project, it's like I tell people all the time, you should have two estimates, one for the homeowner and one for the company. And here's what we're going to do on day one. Here's how much we're going to get done. Here's how much money it's going to cost us. I mean, track it, not even by the day, but just like by before lunch on the first day, here's how much we're going to have done. Before we go home on the first day, here's how much we're going to get done. And just plan it out like that. And that's what those sheets are. So I think you're right. Maybe if someone's invested in the manuals, I'll make it a part to make sure that's part of it. And then you have that post, because you want that estimate, like here's what we're going to do, here's how long it's going to take us, here's how much profit we're going to make. And then at the end of the job, go back and say, hey, here's how much we really did get done before lunch on the first day. Here's how much we got done by the end of the day, and track it half a day, 2 half days every day. Just track everything, write it down beforehand, write it down afterwards, and then compare the two sheets and you'll see where you're at. And then you'll really realize, man, am I charging enough? I said this is going to get done in 3 days. It took 4.5. What happened? Let's make sure this ain't going to happen ever again. And I take it for granted because I've done it so many times and I've done it so long. Again, it's like the manuals. The manuals aren't for me. They're for the people after me. They're for the people that I don't want to be the one having to answer the questions over and over again. If I tell a homeowner it's going to take 3 days, I know it's going to take 2.5 days. And if it takes more than 2.5 days, something went seriously wrong, and I need to know why. But I mean, these guys just coming into it, they don't know it like me and Doug know it, or even like that Alan was here. It sounds like Alan's been doing this forever too, so he knows it. Like
shit, Alan's like second or third generation.
Yeah, I mean, so they know it. Like if you say 3 days, you know it's 3 days. And I always say, and I know in my heart, I know 100% it's going to take 3 days, and I still tell the homeowner 4 days. I say, hey, I'm going to ask you for 4 days, but honestly, we're going to be done in 3, and here's why. I said, but something could happen, and I just don't. And I always make fun of the painters. I wish Ryan was here because I always tell the homeowners, I say, I don't want to be the painter. I don't want to be the dude who says it's going to be done in 4 days and it takes 7. It's like if your schedule, maybe you got furniture being delivered, maybe you got the painters coming in, maybe you got something happening. But if I say 3 days, it's going to be done in 3 days. But yeah, make it but make so track the performances. Number 5, number 6, customize it and update it as you go. To fill in the blanks, especially in the beginning. And when I say the beginning, I mean the first 3 years of your business. So in the beginning of your business, man, you may be changing these manuals every 3 months, maybe every month. You'll be adding to them, or you'll be looking at parts saying, hey man, should I take that out? Because we're not really doing it like that all the time. So you may need to put that in the manual. We don't do this all the time, but 3 out of every 10 jobs, this will come up. But you'll be, change it as much as you need to, and just keep working it. And so when I say in the beginning of your business, so after 3 years, it'll be maybe once a year you'll change it. And then maybe even then, not that much. Maybe you may buy new equipment that needs to be inspected differently, and then it changes the way your procedures of doing the technique. But then number 7 I wrote down was use it as a training tool for sure. But we've already talked about that. When you're hiring new guys, even subcontractors, it's like, man, throw them in employee handbook. Show them the project manager's book. Say, hey man, I know this is the way you do it on your jobs, and I'm fine with that. But here's what the homeowners are going to expect out of us, and blame it on everything else. Blame it on all the videos that you have out there. Blame it on your Facebook. Blame it on your website. Blame it on, it's like, look, man, the information's already out there. The homeowner knows how we do stuff. So when you come in and start trying to do it differently, they're going to be calling us up. They're going to be calling the office up going, Doug ain't doing it like you said in the video. Doug ain't doing it like you said on the website. So blame it on, and then that way it kind of makes sense to them, to where you're not the one going, look, I know you think you know how to do it, but you don't. Do it my way or the highway type of thing. But when you blame it on the website and you blame it on the videos, it makes them go, yeah, shit. All right. Yeah. I better do it the way they say in all these videos, the way the homeowner expects it to be done. So use it as a training tool. But the biggest thing is like, the last thing to say before we kind of get out of there, it's like, one thing I'm thinking is, I kind of like meeting with you guys, once a week or ever. Instead of being the mastermind manuals thing, I may just have a weekly meeting for business owners that want to show up, and just call it Master Your Business, Dominate Your Trade. And then if they want to show up, they show up type of deal. Because, man, it just has to be ongoing. It's never going to end. If you, and I say it is, I've told this story 1,000 times. I'll say it again. It's like the first business book I bought was $99. And that might as well have been $99,000 to me. And it was when I was opening my karate studio, and where I used to buy all the supplies, like the sparring gear and the pads and all this, in karate gis and stuff. Beside the register, they had this book. It was about this thick, written by some Korean dude, but it was wrapped in cellophane paper, man, plastic. So all you could see was the front and the back. And I was like, God, and I must have looked at it. I mean, I don't know, who knows? I must have looked at it 50 times before I bought it. It was like $99. I was like, my God. And it was an okay book. And it was written in Korean slang. But the very first page was like, if you have business, you have problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no business. And it was big, bold, the very first page, man. And I've
that
never,
was worth the $99.
It was, man, because like it has stuck with me in every venture I have ever tried. Because there's no such thing as having a business and not having problems. And I guess probably the bigger the business, the more problems you have, and the bigger the problems are, and learning how to put out the fires. And then it went through all the things that. All the other stuff was just general marketing and some other stuff on how to get students, and it wrapped the van. Even, I mean, I'm talking freaking 88, 89 type stuff, and park the van in front of your karate studio, wherever it was, so people can drive by and see the van all the time. Use the van to pick up karate studios, offer that service. I mean, it was good stuff in it. But man, that whole thing, because I think I bought the book hoping I wasn't going to have problems. And I think that's why it stuck out to me. Shit, man. I spent $99 hoping I could get rid of the problems. And the first page is like, you're going to always have problems. It killed me. But at least he was honest. So it's like, I don't know. So the manuals aren't going to get rid of the problems. They just help cut down on the problems. And weed through the problems, make it a little bit less painful when it comes to money and losing your ass. So that's another one for the books. Anybody want to say anything before we get out of here?
I'm burned out already, man.
Misty, keep me posted with the like daily. Keep me posted with the Google guarantee things.
Yeah, I think monitor that from the back end of their site there. It tracks like how many leads, previous 7 days, blah, 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 blah. So I'll just plan to get on there, check it every day at the end of the day or whatever. But
because and I think they're still working on it. I mean, it's still relatively new, but it just doesn't do any good for a painting contractor to get people calling up asking about floors. And it doesn't do any. And it doesn't do any good for a roofer to get someone calling and asking for painting and that kind of. And like Doug was saying the same thing. He was getting people calling for stuff he just doesn't do.
I think what happens is when it gets slow,
Yeah.
you know, they're still they're gonna sell you leads,
Yeah.
no matter what. So
Yeah.
I mean, when it's good, and when it's bad, they give you shit.
Yeah. And that may be it. They're still just trying like same way with the Google pay per click is if you tell them you got a $75 a day budget and you're doing certain things, you know, they want to try to use that budget up, even if people aren't searching for your keywords or your key phrases or whatever the heck that you've got going on. And so they'll let some slip through and negative keywords that no matter how many times I put them as negative keywords, they'll still let, you know, some shit slide through. And I don't
it's
know.
just interesting to go to the Google, right? And then just to see where I am in the guarantee. And there's like a list of probably, 25 plus people in that list. So unless you click on the button, show more, you don't even come up in there because it's so saturated. So I don't know if it's just the market area that we're in or
are they that list that list of people, are they all hardwood floor people?
You get your dogs, it's crashing out.
Yeah, they're all hardwood floor people, but I have read that they in Google Guarantee is according to the algorithms that play together basically on your daily budget and your response to Google reviews and your updates and how active you are on that. But I think the primary thing is your budget. Get you to the top of Google Guarantee.
Yeah, and then like those people that are there, like say if you're number 15, when the first 12 run out of their budget, or they may only get a certain amount of leads a day, and then you'll move on. And the best thing, I mean, it's the good thing is like you're only charged for the leads, like pay per click.
Right.
Like you may have 10,000 impressions, which means 10,000 people saw your ad, but if they didn't click on it, you didn't get charged. So there may be a lot of people in front of you. I mean, good or bad. So if you're not getting the leads, that means someone's not seeing you, and that's what I'd say. So after 3 or 4 days or a week, you'll see what you need to do. But they want your money. They're going to show you to somebody. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
So, just keep me track.
We'll monitor it and see, what happens. And like I think a month is a reasonable amount of time. When we were doing Google ads, we got a lot of phone calls. But a lot of them were just these like tire kickers, just like all these like lowball kind of like, people coming for a consultation and just getting a variety of quotes. And then, they would never follow through. There was very little like traction on it. And I don't know, really got kind of frustrated with that.
Yeah. And was that pay per click Google ads?
I think it was. He had actually, I'm not really sure because I wasn't the one doing the ads. He had hired out somebody with a like kind of a marketing agency way back, when to kind of put that together and monitor it and watch it. Keep the ad here and run your A/B kind of thing and all that.
Yeah, because that's what sucks when you hire and there's like, I'm interviewing this dude Dimitri Wednesday, the Roofing Insights, and I like his content. But since I've talked to him and like researched some of his stuff to educate myself about him a little bit more, now all I see on friggin' Facebook is roofing marketers trying to sell me shit. But it's not just the roofers, it's there's like, my God, man, it's just the marketing thing is saturated because of people, as much as I love him, Russell Bronson and all these other marketing guys that I know, man, they sell these courses and these little kids, and I say kids are 30 or years or younger, man, they just want the money. So if they're running any kind of ad, whether it's Google pay per click or Facebook or anything, they're just running ads to try to get the phone to ring. So they don't care who's calling. And I'm like, dude, it's frustrating as hell. I mean, that's really why I started doing this shit 5-6 years ago. And
one of the reasons why we decided to. I took that big training course, a lead gen
The
course, and
SEO.
learn how
Yeah.
to rank my
Yeah.
own website in the local ads. And in Cary, we're in the map pack section, but in the other areas we're not. But so anyway, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a lot of behind the stuff.
Yeah, and then so the Google clicks, it's just it takes a good not 3 months, maybe 3 months, but it takes a good month for sure of just monitoring it a couple of times a day for negative keywords, doing the right key phrases so that whoever searches, like I don't want anybody seeing my ad that types in Lowe's or Home Depot or do-it-yourselfers or anything. I mean, but it just takes a long time to fine tune it and get it there. Like even with Ryan's painting thing,
So I have a question.
It took forever.
So I have control over putting in those keywords, because when we were first going through the setup process for it, the lady on the phone, she did all that stuff.
Yeah, but you have you mean per click Google Ads?
Oh no, this is not Google Ads. I'm talking the local
Google Guarantee. Yeah,
Google
yeah. I don't know
Guarantee.
anything about I don't know anything about the Google
Okay,
local.
I have to do a little bit more research on it.
Yeah, I'd YouTube it and I'd YouTube Google Guarantee tips and tricks, and something's
Doug,
going to come.
Were you managing your own Google Guarantee, or did you have somebody do it for you?
No, I did my own. I was able to just use my own keywords.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't even remember anybody calling me to walk me through it like that. It took me so long to get Google Guaranteed. It was ridiculous because they kept messing with the address. Like I had a virtual address before I actually came down here.
Yeah.
And then when I tried to change it, Google put me through the ringer.
Yeah. That's hardcore. I've heard stories like that before too. That's
one of the reasons we haven't even tried it. I'm afraid to screw something. I don't want to piss people off. Because I don't want them they've been mad at me before. I don't want them getting mad at me. I mean, I got a little weight now because I get to show that we've been doing them since freaking 2005 and all the millions of dollars we spent with them. But in the big scheme of thing, and the real big thing is that's freaking chicken feed. That little the pennies that I've spent over the years. It's crazy. So, all right, guys, hit me up, and I'll see. I don't know, maybe next week, but for sure, I'm gonna let me know your thoughts on doing these live master. It won't be the manual meetings, but we'll just get on here and talk business strategies.
I think it'd be helpful.
Good to me.
Yeah. All right, guys, just great. Here. Appreciate y'all, and I'll bug you later.
All right.